So please welcome the Minister for Education.
Thank you, Rosemary, and thank you, Anne-Marie. Rosemary, thank you for that welcome to country, and I'd like to add that I also acknowledge the land we meet on is the land of the Gardner people, and we respect their spiritual relationship with country, and the ongoing culture of the living Gardner people today is a very, very important part of our culture here in South Australia. Welcome, one and all. I'd like to acknowledge our Commissioner for Children and Young People, Helen Connolly, distinguished guests, invited speakers, 900 South Australians who have given up their Monday to spend time talking about this most important issue. I'd like to thank you all for doing so, and to all of those people who are following on the live stream as well. We really appreciate that. I think the significance of the topic of what we're talking about is given visual format by this incredibly large room full of people, not an empty chair in the place, and I hope nobody tells the occupational health and safety people that apparently we need to have people sitting on the steps to fit everybody in, but I'd like to really thank you for doing that. I'm sure there will be seats that open up as people need to go to the bathrooms through the course of the day. It is really great to be here with you this morning, opening this significant conference. We have all seen the headlines, read the stories of young lives damaged or even tragically cut short as a direct result of bullying. We've seen distraught parents, bereaved siblings, and the affected classmates. And chances are, as well as those well-publicised stories, we, each and every one of us, would be aware of the personal impacts, the personal stories of young people in our own lives who have experienced bullying. There are studies that show that 30% of students between years 4 to 9 report being bullied on or about a monthly basis. We're also now contending with the issues relating to cyberbullying. One report brought to my attention recently showed that 64% of students in years 6 to 12 have observed or experienced online abuse or bullying. And while the issue of bullying is not a new one, in the current age of the internet and social media, the impacts have definitely changed. And whereas once you might have left the bully at the school gate and had an understanding that when you get home there is a sanctuary there that will provide solace, comfort, safety, these days when young people are connected 24/7 and the internet is available to you on your device in your bedroom, there can be situations where a young person is unable to find or achieve respite. So in addressing this issue, we need to find innovative and evidence-based strategies that can be implemented by schools, students, families working together. And this conference is an important and, I think, given its size, unique opportunity here in South Australia to hear from leading international and Australian anti-bullying experts. The key focus of this event is to develop a community approach to keeping children safe from bullying. Students, schools, families alone, working outside, working in isolation in silos, aren't going to be able to achieve the results that we need to do. This has got to be a society-led, a community-led initiative. Now, we've got more than 900 South Australians who have registered to attend here today in person from a wide range of organisations, as well as all of those following online and showing one of the positive signs of modern communication. You represent schools, peak bodies in the education areas, community and sporting organisations, and representatives from both government and non-government organisations. I'd particularly like to welcome our international conference speakers. I think most of you are sitting towards the front, so I'll lower my gaze a little. Their contributions ensure that we here in South Australia are able to consider those issues for our South Australian young people in the context of global trends, issues and practices. It enables us to focus our efforts and our responses in ways that have been shown to work and to avoid some of those that have been shown to fail. I'd also like to thank the members of the Australian Universities Anti-Bullying Research Alliance who have worked closely with our department to ensure that the conference content is evidence-informed and reflects best practice. And finally, I would like to welcome the parents, the teachers and the students who are participating in this event. Schools play a key role in addressing bullying and cyberbullying and in maintaining safe learning environments for all students. Educators in our schools work hard every day to prevent, identify and respond to bullying between children and young people. They take a whole-of-school approach to working closely with parents, families and professionals to help children feel safe and supported. And they need specialist knowledge, evidence-based tools and resources to respond to bullying in an effective way. However, bullying is a highly complex issue which takes place both inside and outside the school gates, as we've talked about. Effective strategies to address bullying therefore need a multifaceted approach involving schools, families, children and the community. And the government is committed to doing what we can to help keeping children safe from bullying. And to do this, we will bring together the best research, practice wisdom and ideas to inform our responses. And this conference is a testament to our focus on evidence-based approaches and our commitment to building on what works to counter bullying in our schools and communities. The conference will explore bullying and violence, how schools and communities can work together in harmony, how to support children and young people who are particularly vulnerable to bullying, addressing bullying from a trauma perspective, legal and other consequences for bullying, and the role of social media and the dynamics of cyberbullying. These are issues that schools, families and communities grapple with every day, and we want to make sure that you have the best knowledge to inform these decisions. This conference will lead into a community consultation workshop tomorrow that will bring together 300 community stakeholders to analyse what the South Australian community needs to ensure our initiatives are effective in keeping children safe from bullying, reflecting the needs of our children, young people and their families. The workshop is part of the community consultation process that includes the community-wide Your Say survey online. And I'd also like to thank those of you who are here who took the time to contribute to that online format of survey. We had more than 800 respondents to that survey, and from the preliminary data, it is clear that many people were motivated to respond as a result of bullying that they had experienced in their own lives or which they had observed in their children's lives. It was very heartening to hear how important respondents thought the community could be in helping to reduce bullying. Respondents overwhelmingly found that modelling of good and poor behaviour by parents and other adults in a student's life are extremely influential in the behaviours that those children then display. Respondents also identified grandparents, organisers of sporting and community events and activity groups and internet and social media companies all having an important role to play. While we received responses from a wide range of perspectives, and some people had some excellent suggestions and some people had some very strong suggestions, a significant number identified school strategies that involve teaching students how to handle difficult situations and building a culture in schools of responding and reporting bullying were critical. When students continue with bullying behaviours, respondents thought that individual support strategies such as teachers and counsellors working with parents and the student to change their behaviour were the most effective responses. Bullying is a complex issue. It requires the whole community to work together if we're to be successful in addressing it. Schools, teachers, parents and other members of the community are essential in developing the government's responses to keep children safe from bullying and essential to our success. All children deserve to be able to undertake their education in a safe and nurturing environment, free from harassment, discrimination and bullying. I'm going to say that again. All children deserve to be able to undertake their education. They deserve to be able to go to school knowing that they are in a safe and nurturing environment where they can focus on their education and they'll be safe from bullying. Ladies and gentlemen, special guests, invited speakers, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for your commitment to taking a stand with us against bullying and for letting the children and young people of South Australia know that we are committed to hearing their voices and to keeping them safe. Thank you very much.